I think the need to share stories is very deep felt and really at the core of our society. And it seems that when the media became globalized and we in a way started having windows into the lives of people all over the globe, the need to get a deeper understanding of life in those places arose. And that's why I think we are seeing this upsurge in translation all over the globe. World literature is really, I think, coming into being. The meaning of that term is really gaining meaning today. Because we want to get under the surface. We want to know how people really live, how they really are doing in those places. In a small country, you really feed your identity with stories. Nobody else is probably looking at you, so the only people you can assume are interested in who you are and where you come from and where you're going is yourself and your people. So you're very much reliant on the story of your origin, of how you survived in the country that you came to, and how you're treating yourself and your people. And in our case, we are in a quite privileged position because we have the Icelandic sagas, which are like the great foundation myths of our country. Folk stories seem to deal with something that is, let's say, they seem to deal with the essentials of our societies and of human interaction with the basic elements of his or her life, you know, dreams and longings and disappointments and fear very much. It looks like those stories have disappeared, except as material for writers and artists and filmmakers. But I think they are still repeating themselves in new forms in the media, and especially in the tabloids and the yellow press. You know, I mean, I think you wouldn't have to search deep to see that we are actually retelling those stories through the what is it called, through the personal interest stories in the media. After the financial crash in 2008, our reputation has been tarnished because obviously a part of our people, a small part of our people, went outside into the world, used the goodwill, you can say, that we had established for ourselves through arts, music and literature, used that goodwill to gain ground in finance, in Denmark, in England, in Germany, wherever they went. And when it turned out that those guys who were called something like the financial Vikings, when it turned out that they were actually bandits, and they were doing real pillaging. But my belief is that in the end, it will be a good thing for Iceland that the image has been tarnished. Because who wants to be a music-loving elf forever, you know? I mean, we are interested in Russia, and we've been interested in Russia for 300 years. And they've had their share of criminals, bandits, both in political power and outside it. I mean, it was time for the Icelander to show his ugly face as well as his sweet face.